Hi everybody, welcome to Off the Beaten Path. I'm Florida Trailblazer and out here hiking at Oak Ridge Equestrian Area at Lower Hillsborough Wilderness Preserve. I'm at the parking lot where the trailhead is. There's a kiosk. Has a nice map here showing all the different places to hike, and I've been coming to this area for a long time, trying to cover as much of these woods as I can. It's a very intriguing place, very beautiful, lots of amazing sights to discover. There's so much more out there I feel there is to see, so I've been trying to get further in as I can. Recently I was here, and this is where I'm at today, this trailhead. Tried to go down to this trailhead. There's another entrance here. It even says access point and parking on the map, but when I got down there, there is no parking. The gate's closed and there's signs there saying no parking. So wasn't sure what to do, and there's no areas around there where I can just pull off and then walk in, which normally I would do that. So I drove all the way back up to this trailhead again, and I'm going to try to hike back down into this area. Last hike I encountered a creek which prohibited me from crossing into this section of the wilderness, but today I'm going to try another route. I have two routes in mind. I'll go along the river and then cut over, or I'll just cross over the creek. At this point, that's what I'm going to have to do. Either way, see what I can discover along the way. I know it's going to be a great adventure nonetheless. It's great to have all of you with me. I appreciate the support. This is a trailhead, and it's a multi-use trail here. It's an equestrian area as well, so you can take your horses here, you can go camping, great for hiking, take your bike here. It definitely gets more shaded and dense as you get further in, especially along the river. Been down this path before. I say that because on previous episodes I mentioned about getting to know the areas you're hiking, the preserves, and how it often takes multiple hikes to really get in there and find things. And even if you have a certain location, you know where something is you're trying to reach, it may take a few times, if not more. The point is you keep trying. It's rewarding though, because each time you come back, you do have a better familiarity with the place. More comfortable with everything and what to expect. I know, for example, this trail, it's dry right now, but not too far up, it's going to lead me into some muddy and wet areas. That's okay. I can expect it now, prepared for it. And I remember from my last hike here, it wasn't that bad. They will navigate through there, so that's all part of the experience. You learn from each hike. There's a trail that splits off here. Not sure if I've gone that direction before, but I'm going to continue this way. This is the area I'm trying to reach. Where it goes from there, who knows? Hike down this creek. Been here before. Tried to cross this area. Hiked along the banks of the creek into the woods that direction. Didn't see anywhere to cross, so if I am going to cross, I may do it here. I'm just a little concerned about the mud, and if I'll sink into it. The water isn't really deep. Here's the creek. just want to cross over the other side. And it's fairly shallow here. Can't see how deep it is out there. But as I start to walk in, you can see how much I'm already sinking in. Look at this. I'm barely even stepping. And the mud is just pulling me in. Well, thought I may be able to cross this creek in this area. As I started to walk in there, the mud is really deep. I was starting to sink in, and I didn't even make it out there that far. So imagine how dense that mud is if I do attempt to cross it. So there's some quick mud here in this creek, or at least feels like that when I walk into it. A little frustrating because I could simply cross over right here. But on to the next option, which is to take further into the woods, closer to the river, and then navigate around that area. Maybe I can work around this creek in that direction. Hike towards the river, away from that creek. This area I'm exploring is quite dense. Navigating through here the best that I can. Seeing some really nice oak trees though. I never had seen this one if I didn't come this direction. Have a look. It's hollowed out on the other side. Found some sort of overgrown trail out here. Not sure if it's an actual trail or not, but it appears that there has been some activity through here at one time. Just gonna follow this for as long as I can, see where it leads. Well, my perseverance paid off. Hiked through all that dense hammock back there. I came across this trail, so I'm gonna follow this for a little ways, but you can see it opens up obviously some sort of trail here. Quite beautiful, this place. Before I cross over this creek, I noticed a large oak tree over here. I'm gonna go take a look at this. It's really beautiful. Look at this beautiful oak tree out here in the wilderness. Really neat tree. You can see it from a distance from the creek over there. Standing here next to it, it is quite large. Well, I veered off trail. It's just a ways back there, the trail I did find. And it continued on to another direction. So for now, I'm gonna go off the beaten path, journey into these swamps here. See, just interesting sights in this area. A really beautiful place. Well, I hiked a good ways into those swamps and came across another creek I was unable to cross. It's been one of those kind of adventures, but the good thing is I have made it into another part of this preserve. I didn't intend to today. I found this old trail. It's overgrown. I actually saw an old trail marker. It's covered over, so you can tell this trail that was in use no longer active today. What it is now, I'm using it. So I decided to hike back out into this trail I found and continue along it as far as I can. Uncharted territory. So curious to see what's in this area. Got a little while yet before I probably should turn back. But the important part is I'm keeping track of where I'm going, so I know how to return back to the area where I came. It's been quite the adventure so far. Really nice exploring part of the preserve I hadn't reached before. Initially I tried to cross this creek. It just wasn't passable. So I was able to find this old unused trail. Not even marked today, very overgrown. But by following that throughout the woods, I got into the other section I was trying to reach. I went as far as I could go. I still didn't reach some of the areas I intended to get out to, but good thing is I was able to scout a lot of the areas. There's just so many creeks and swamps that you don't expect to run into when you're hiking through some of these places. A lot of obstacles that you don't expect or don't see on the map. It's all part of the adventure.